What's up, guys? This is Willie bringing you a new episode of the Town of Light. So where we last left off, we had just barely started this game. We are currently on chapter 3, I believe. So basically, we just went roaming around. We had to find a doll. Turned out this doll had some significant meaning to Renee and her past. And for some reason, she had symptoms of a generalized anxiety disorder, sort of. She was always worried about that doll and what her mom would do to it. So we were able to find the doll. We were able to put it on a wheelchair and take it somewhere warm, which is pretty creepy because she's treating it like it's a child, like her actual child. What's this? And afterwards, I thought I saw someone. And afterwards, we had to go ahead and go to the warden. And a lot of crazy shit happened. We learned more about what happened to Renee, how she was hospitalized, and then she got instituted into this asylum that we're currently in right now, that's been abandoned for almost 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, a lot. And then we end up waking up here, so she ended up staying the night here, but this is originally where she laid. Sorry about that. This is where Renee originally laid at. So let's see what else we can find.
The door is locked from the outside. Here the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
The fuck? I thought we had to find... Oh, why am I not moving fast? Okay. Hello? Okay, I got my flashlight. Oh my god. This is... Can I open these doors or no? Oh, it's locked. Alright, I'm a bit more scared. Because especially that it's nighttime. Alright, so these doors are locked. Ooh, that is... Can I turn on the light? Oh, I can. Are these doors locked? Okay. What's over here? Hey, look, it's a doll. Is that my doll? Can I interact with you? Oh, I can. Alright, so I guess we're having one of Renee's flashbacks to when she was in this asylum. A lot of strange people around me. Can I move? Oh, I can move, okay. Where do I go? Can you move? Okay, thank you. Wait, isn't that the same doll? Where do you have my doll? No, wait. Come back. The fuck's going on? Am I supposed to go in here? I hear whispers. Oh, I know what this is. This is one of those, it's a type of performing therapies that they did on the mentally insane.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
What the fuck? Alright, so basically with what just happened right now, asylums weren't what they used to be before in the I believe this was what, 1942? Asylums, mostly people didn't really care about the mentally insane, and they performed harsh procedures on these people that were ill. And I guess just by the story we just saw, she was raped by one of the nurses. And I guess she's just been she's traumatized. She could possibly have a form of PTSD, post-traumatic disorder. Do I can't go back? Oh, is it already daytime? Oh wait, no, it's already daytime. What's in here? Anything in here? Oh yeah, let's check out the synopsis. So we got new experience, obedience, and memories, abuse. I don't need my flashlight. Is there anything in here? Guess not. Can I open these doors? Oh, I can. I can go outside. Freedom. Anything in here? Nope. Can I go out this way? Oh, these don't open. I still have yet to find any diaries. What's this? Dear Mr. Director, the present letter is to recommend to your precious attendant Miss Irene K. admitted in your institute last 12th of April. Sure of your special attention to the unfortunate woman, our dear friend, I beg you to provide for her every need. The family will satisfy every expense. For any concerns, please contact who will personally come to visit. I haven't found any diaries yet, huh? Let me see. Nope. I don't even know if I want to find the diaries. I don't know how hard it might be to find these diaries. Is that doll still there? Oh no, it's gone. Let's go this way. I checked these rooms already, didn't I? Just check again, just to make sure. Yeah, we already saw that one. We just came back from there. Oh, no, we didn't. Wait, did we? No, yeah, we did. Don't see any papers. Oh, look. We might find something in here. What's that? Dear Director, I have been working at this institute for 5 years now. I am a simple person. I am not educated, and I feel embarrassed about writing to you. I always. Because something is happening which is simply unacceptable. I'm well aware that there's someone among us who devotes too much attention to the younger female patients who are confused. The serious nature of this fact has compelled me to write to you. I am certain of your indignation and of the measures you will adopt to solve the problem. Please accept my warmness, regards, and respect. Okay, so someone decided to write to the director because they found out that that guy that raped Renee, he found out that he was doing that to more than one female. And it's just the fact that Renee was a victim of it. So you could kind of see where Renee has that post-traumatic system disorder, PTSD, because she was a victim of a gruesome act. Anything? Nope. What's that? Was that a diary? Well, you know, it was a diary. Oh, it's all over here though. Can I? How the fuck do I flip? Oh. It's all the way over here. So this is her diary. He felt that he was being accused, injured.
Hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him. But other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him. But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight. Mom found out about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand. The police arrived, and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
Alrighty then. I can't really say anything about that. It's not a lot of evidence to talk about. But I mean, if she does say what she said, that she had sex with a bunch of men, maybe she's going through a, what's that word called? It's okay, it's not common, but she's going through a depression, I guess. Maybe she was pregnant and she lost her child through pregnancy, and she went through a great depression, basically. That could be a suggestion. And ever since then, she became more comorbid. Comorbid, right? Comorbid. And basically, when they become comorbid, it's basically that people end up developing two or more symptoms of a disorder. Alright, let's keep searching. We're gonna find some pieces of diary, but that was the very ending. I feel like it's not gonna be in order, but we'll eventually find them all. I just like
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive. They went to the gynecology ward on the upper floor.
Alright, so was that the only one that heard that? Alright, so she's giving us hints now that when you go up to the upper ward to the the gynecology. Man, this game's it's kind of laggy. It's kind of laggy at some point. Can I go outside? No? Okay. Oh, I can hear the birds chirping. It's kind of laggy. Some of the textures don't pop out as much. Did I ever check to see whatever was in here? Yeah, I think I remember. The gynecology ward, upper floor. I'm just checking to see if I can find any more diary pieces, but I don't think I'll be able to. I remember that. Can I open that? Oh, I can. There's gotta be some diary. Right here! Found it! Found it! What's this? Let's read more of her diary. Oh, we got a new experience. She said, oh, okay. That's what she was just talking. Alright. Alright, so we found more diary pieces. Let's go all the way back.
My memory of those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remembered that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her presence. Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her, and so she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes me blush, but Charlotte was a real friend to me. I knew that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid, but at the same time, she was real too. I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me. But back then, I was too afraid to understand it.
Alright, so we learned a little bit more about that doll. What's that? Nope. Just trying to find some diaries here. Trying to figure out who this Charlotte doll is. So I guess the mom bought her this doll as a coping. What's that? No. To cope with something, some type of way to communicate with her daughter. Is there anything else in here? Alright, let's go to the second floor then. So as I said before, the asylum wasn't as it used to be before. So as I said before, asylums were crucial back then to people with mental illnesses, and as it turns out, word started getting around, and it wasn't until maybe like after word spread around that asylums are just being straight up cruel to the mentally ill. They're not really helping their problems, they just make things worse for them. It wasn't until Dorothea Dix, who came to the United States and reconstructed asylums. She reconstructed asylums. She was an activist, and she reconstructed asylums to help the mentally insane, not to make things worse. Where do we have to go? Oh. That's new. But as I said before, she reconstructed asylums to help people now, not really much to hurt them. What is this? Can I go in here? There you go. Again, I'm still trying to find some pieces of the diary. I've already been here before, I believe. That's locked. This is locked too, I believe. Yeah. Alright, so we need to go to the gynecologist, I believe. So is it... I'm assuming it's this way? Nope. Okay, it's gotta be the other way then. Oh, she's still here. No? They went to the gynecology ward on the upper floor. Gynecology, where's... Oh, this is in another language. Oh, there you go. That's how these things work. Okay. Uh-oh. Something's gonna happen. Oh, this is where she talked about there's something growing inside her, blah, blah, blah. That's a woman's uterus, I believe. Yeah, it's the woman's reproductive system.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse.
So she is...
They said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I'm writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
Well then. So maybe I could be right. Maybe she's having a... it's on my tip of my tongue. That it's a sort of depression that happens to a female when they lose a baby. Just not occurring to me right now. It's a Great Depression though, that's for sure. And so I guess this Great Depression caused her to make her think that she's mentally ill. Why is everything getting loud? I'm scared.
The doctor who wrote things down was in Surgery C.
Well, where the fuck's Surgery C at? Surgery A. Hey, these things are open. Ooh, is that more diary notes? It is. Yeah, we're on a roll today. Alright, some medical examinations. Hey, there we go. Okay, the Town of Light. Okay, we'll read them later. because I'm almost out of time. So let's get this over with. We're on chapter 5. Okay, yeah, that was always there. We're on chapter 5 right now. This doesn't sound good. What's that?
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
What? Oh my god, please don't tell me Renee has multiple personality disorder. I feel like she has a multiple personality disorder. It talks about Renee, it talks about you, so we have to read it. Don't be scared, nothing will happen to you. That's true, we should. Nah, it's about Renee, we gotta read it. Oh! It's an interacting game, so.
Have you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered.
What the fuck? A relative, maybe your child? I don't know. It doesn't matter, I'm here for you. Have you ever wondered who you are? Yes, of course you've wondered. Did I get it wrong?
I never had children. I don't think. Let's read it. I must understand. I must remember. She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety, psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake.
Why is she referring herself as a third person now? So yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at stake. Was this what frightened you? They were just hallucinations. What had you done to deserve to be punished? Nah, I'd say they were just hallucinations. If I'm correct, and it's if she has schizophrenia, it's just that she's developing hallucinations. I think it's clear to say that Renee is deemed psychotic, that she has a psychotic disorder, and it could be schizophrenia. So I'm gonna say they were just hallucinations. Okay, I guess I got it wrong then.
I didn't know what reality was. I never did. I've known many different realities, maybe too many. When you move, everything changes its appearance and meaning.
You must understand what your reality was. Okay. I don't know what this is.
I have no points of reference. We'll just have to keep looking. April 21st. She's more awake this morning and is responding to questions. Complains of headaches. she became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. It's not true. Renee hostile? It's all made up. They wanted to make her into something she wasn't, and then certain things would have been forgotten. Renee was the bad girl. Maybe I'm starting to understand. That's enough of reading these lies. Let's look for Amara. The grounds at the back of the hospital, and then down to the kitchens.
Down to the kitchens. Well, then. That was something. So we learned something new about this. Okay, let's first check the experiences. Okay. Medical records. Alright, that's all we just read. Okay. Alright, so these things in the... Alright, these symbols in the bottom, it has a single person on the left interacting with the group, and a group interacting with him, or them, or her. On the second one, it's you walk away, don't interact with the group, and the group doesn't interact with you. Okay, but my thing is, what's the difference between the first and the third picture, where you're facing the group and you interact with the group and the group interacts with you, and then the third picture, it's the same thing, but what's different? I feel like this game is going to be based on the activities I do in this game. So there's a possibility that there might be a good ending, a bad ending, and a neutral ending. And that's my hypothesis. It's getting pretty interesting though. I like this game. I'm starting to like it. They put in a lot of work and detail into this game. They probably did a lot of research for true events and true psychological disorders. Psychological disorders. They put in their time into this, make sure that they got everything right, make sure that each disorder has its own symptoms. I kind of want to start, but I know I can't because I already passed my limit. But anyways, I noticed that on YouTube they ended the annotations, so my videos will still have an ending credit sort of. It just won't be interactive where you get to click on you get to click to go to my channels or click the next video. But I'll be able to post those links to my YouTube channel and the next video or the latest video on the descriptions below. I mean, it kind of makes sense that they ended the annotations on YouTube because most of YouTube's are viewed on cellular devices. So there's that. So I need to change my ending credits, but there will still be an ending credits. So you'll be able to still hear the music background playing. But overall, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. I am getting really interested into this game. We've gotten deeper into it. We found a lot of diaries. Well, we found a lot of personal diary of Renee, and I think I'll continue to keep finding them because I really want to find out what her diary says. And I think that once we find all of the pieces of her diary, then I'll read it. We'll have Renee read it out loud to us. But overall, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.